Hitachi C8FSHE 8.5-inch sliding compound miter saw. It's the lightest and most portable 8.5-inch slide saw on the market today. Weighing in at just 32 pounds, this saw can easily be moved from the workbench to a workstation, or from your car to the job site, or whatever you need to do with it. It's very light and very powerful. The saw comes fully loaded with a laser light, LED work light. It features a 9.5 amp motor that runs at 5,500 RPM, so you're going to get a really smooth, clean cut. It also has the best-in-class dust collection with a dust collecting bag here, which is easily removed, unzipped, emptied, and reattached to the saw. It also has a 5-year professional warranty, so you know you're going to be covered, and it's backed by Hitachi, so you know you're buying a good product. I'll now show you how easy it is to change the blade on the 8.5-inch sliding compound miter saw. First thing you want to do is make sure that your power is disconnected. You never want to attempt changing the blade without the power being disconnected first. The only tool you're going to need is the included hex wrench. The first step is to remove the access panel so that you can gain access to the arbor underneath this panel. Just loosen one screw. This will drop down. Set it out of the way. Now you'll want to engage the blade lock just on the back side of the blade. Remove the arbor bolt, which in this case is a reverse thread, because all chop saws, the threads are reversed so that when the blade is spinning, if for any chance the bolt was loose, it would tighten the bolt as opposed to loosening. Next, remove the washer. Manually raise the blade guard. Remove the blade. Now in this instance, we have a 24-tooth framing blade. This comes with the saw and can be used for cutting dimensional lumber and doing rough framing and cuts that don't need to have splinter-free results. Now, we're going to put the 60-tooth blade on, which is used for doing finer cuts in paneling or molding, crown molding, anything where you need a really fine cut. Make sure that the teeth are facing in this direction because this is the way that the saw will cut. You want to have the printed side facing out. Slide the blade guard up, insert the blade back up into position, make sure that it's securely over the arbor of the tool, put the washer back on the saw, and thread the arbor bolt back in. Again, remembering it's reverse for most thread types. So to tighten, you want to turn to the left. To loosen, you want to turn to the right. Engage the blade locking device on the back side. Hand tighten, make sure you don't over tighten. Slide the arbor guard back in place. Securely tighten, and you're done. Now we can plug the tool back in and begin cutting. The C8FSHE comes equipped with a laser line. This can be used to mark either the left, right, or center of the saw cut. In this instance, we're going to set it up so that we can cut and make our mark so that the blade cuts evenly along this pencil mark that we've made here. Now the first thing we're going to do is calibrate the laser. So we're going to make a quick test cut. Having done that, now we're going to use the small adjustment knob located just to the right of the laser. By turning this, we can move the line further to the right or to the left of the saw cut. In this instance, we want it to be just on the left edge. So without moving the workpiece, I'm going to move it until it lies just along the edge. Now that we have that adjusted, we can go ahead, move our workpiece over, and now we know that that laser line is exactly going to be on the left side of the blade and make a smooth cut. Perfect. Now that we've calibrated the laser so that it cuts just on the left side of the blade, we can now use that to align to absolutely any angle that the miter saw is capable of cutting, and eliminates all of the guesswork of trying to decide what angle you're trying to cut. To do this, simply lift up the lever, slide the blade, move the workpiece so that it lines up, and adjust the miter until you're perfectly on that line. Now, the slight tap, we can twist the handle, lock the miter at that specific angle, and now we can make our cut without having to do any measuring or figuring out any type of angle. We have a smooth, splinter-free, very nice cut. The saw comes equipped with 4 positive stops on each side of the blade at 15, 22.5, 30, and 45 degrees, which are typically the most common cuts that you'll need to make. In order to move the bevel, simply with your finger lift the lever and the tool will slide easily. With releasing the lever, it will stop at each one of the angles that I aforementioned. However, if you're trying to lock the position in an arbitrary angle, which is not common, let's say for instance 26.5 degrees, set the saw using the scale here, which is very accurate, and twist this handle. That's going to lock the saw at any angle you could possibly want, infinite adjustment wherever you need it. To unlock, simply spin, lift the lever, return to 90 or whatever angle you'd like. To change the bevel, you want to reach to the back of the saw where there's a lever. Reading the scale, loosen the lever, and you can adjust. The saw comes equipped with a positive stop at 45 left and 0. Here, it's at the positive stop. Now, the handle can be tightened and you're ready to go. Similarly, loosen the handle, come back, and the saw stops at 90. Now, in order to go past 45 or to come to the right side 5 degrees, simply pull the pin located directly under the lever out. Now the saw can tilt 5 degrees to the right and up to 50 degrees to the left. This would be useful because we all know that in our old houses or when you're making specific cuts, you can't always guarantee that they're going to be at 45 degrees. Sometimes, in order to make the cut fit perfectly, you need to go beyond 45 or beyond 90. This tool allows you 5 degrees in either direction to accommodate for any type of variance that you may have.